Here you have another example where you're being asked to compute a confidence interval for a proportion. For this problem, we're going to do step 1 and 2 together, and then I'm going to let you do step 3, 4, and 5 on your own. Let's go ahead and start by reading the problem. As we're reading the problem, we want to go ahead and label X, N, and CL. Suppose that a market research firm is hired to estimate the percent of adults living in a large city who have cell phones. 500 randomly selected adults, residents of this city, are surveyed to determine whether they have cell phones. Of the 500 people surveyed, 421 responded yes, they own cell phones. Using a 95% confidence level, compute a confidence interval to estimate the true proportion of adult residents in the city who have a cell phone. So what is the value of X here? The value of X is the number of people that said, yes, I do have a cell phone. We have 421 residents who said they do have a cell phone. What is the value of N? The value of N is the sample size. The sample size here is 500. What is the confidence level? The confidence level is equivalent to 0.95, which is 95%. Now, because we know that we're going to need P hat and Q hat, I propose that we find those values here in step 1. What is the value of P hat? The value of P hat is X divided by N, so 421 divided by 500. This is the proportion of people that said, yes, I do own a cell phone. This value is equal to 0.842. Now, what is the value of Q hat? Remember, Q hat is 1 minus P hat. That is 1 minus 0.842. This is equal to 0.158. Again, I'm finding P hat and Q hat here in step 1 because I know that we're going to need those values to calculate the margin of error. Okay? And so I'm already looking forward. I'm already thinking we have P hat, we have Q hat, we have N. Now we just need the C-score. Okay? So let's talk about how to find the C-score. If you're using a calculator, you're going to use IMV norm. If you're using Google Sheets or Excel, you're going to use equal norm.inv. Now, I always recommend for you to visualize what you're doing, so go ahead and draw the curve. We are wanting to capture 95% of the area here at the center. We need to find the C-score corresponding to alpha divided by 2. Alpha in this case is 1 minus 0.95, which is equal to 0.05. Now, alpha divided by 2 is equal to 0.025. I took 0.05 divided by 2. That's how I got 0.025. So the area here below the C-score we're trying to find is 0.025. So when we're using these functions on the calculator, Google Sheets or Excel, we're going to need to provide the area 0.025. That is the area below the C-score we're trying to find. The mean is going to be 0 and the standard deviation is going to be 1. That is going to be the case for both functions. The C-score here should be negative 1.959963986. So notice, moving forward to step 3, we have everything we need to calculate the error. We have the C-score, we have P hat, Q hat, and we have N. As I mentioned before, I'm going to let you do step 3, 4, and 5 on your own. I'm going to include questions below this video. There's going to be a question that is going to ask you for the margin of error. There's going to be another question that is going to ask you for the value of P hat minus E, and another question that is going to ask you for the value of P hat plus E. For step 5, I'm not going to have a question below this video. I'm simply going to give you the answer. For step 5, I'm going to give you a sentence that interprets the confidence interval. You can try step 5 on your own, and then you can compare your sentence with the sentence I'm providing below this video.